I'm sorry, but is that symbolism? That has to be symbolism. Come on. I feel like this is Tri-Ace, like, ripping on Sony. They're depicting higher management as greedy, oafish fools, and they're depicting everyone under them as these gracious heroes who are just trying to do their best. I don't know. It's pretty funny if that's the case. I respect it. I dig it. I'm starting to get sleepy. I'm going to lie down in my room a little bit. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little sleepy too. But I can't stop playing. My eyes are glued to the screen. With new comrades having joined us, the burden of responsibility may weigh heavily on your shoulders, but you do your best, Mr. Edge. We believe in you. I guess it's a little late for this, but were you completely sure about coming with us, Sarah? Oh dear. I'm not being a nuisance, am I? No, not at all. It's a huge help to have you here. I just hope you didn't decide to come with us without thinking. It was really sudden, wasn't it? Don't you think your Featherfolk friends and family might be worried about you? Yeah, I suppose that's possible. I completely forgot to say goodbye to them. You forgot? Isn't that really bad? It's alright. I'm sure Miss Elena will take care of it for me. I did remember to say goodbye to her at least. Maybe, but they're probably still concerned. They might be. I wasn't even allowed outside their enclave until I was 15 years old, you know. Huh? 15 whole years? Oh, she was super sheltered. So that explains why she acts like this. Yes, I was never once allowed to set foot outside, although I can't really imagine why. I think I have a pretty good idea. Edge. Fate! I was so moved for the first time I saw the outside world. There were so many towns and castles and great big oceans and deserts, and so many different people. Everything was new to me. I made a lot of mistakes, of course, but even those were lovely experiences. Rogue was such a wonderful place, so I thought that the world beyond it must be even more wonderful. I know I'll be able to see all those wonderful new things if I stay with you. I've only just set out on the Star Ocean, but my chest is positively pounding with excitement. I see, you're just like us, aren't you? You left your planet to fulfill your hopes, your dreams. Yes, I certainly did. That's why I like to ask you a favor, Edge. What is it? Please continue to show me all kinds of new things, okay? I want to get even more excited. Of course, I promise. We'll find all kinds of new worlds together. Thank you, Edge. I can't wait. Actually, since we have all these new characters, I want to see their alternate portraits. Alright, there. Oh my gosh. That is so uncanny, honestly. Oh, look at everyone. I don't know how I feel about those portraits. Ah! What do you have to say? Ah! Ah! Let him move. Ah! Ah! I don't like the American portraits at all. Oh my gosh. I'm glad we got a new friend. I bet he'll be a lot more useful than FaZe too. FaZe. Okay, I gotta see the other characters. Anybody on the floor? There are two people in here. Ah! Ah! So back on EN2, huh? It's been a long time, a very long time indeed. How about you? You have to have a good-looking portrait, right? Yeah, he probably has the best-looking 3D model portrait. Ah, Edge! Ew! Hey, I was just trying to make conversation. You don't have to stare daggers at me. I've already heard about you from him. Oh, him? You mean Crow? He said you were still reckless, but that someday you have what it takes to be a leader. Crow's still saying things like that, huh? Look, I wouldn't put too much stock in whatever he said. He just likes to tease people. I don't need to hear it from you. I put stock only in myself. First, you must stand against me. Stand against? Do you want me to fight you? What he said about you doesn't concern me, but you're the leader I find myself serving now. If you're so worthy of commanding us, prove your power to me. Otherwise, I won't acknowledge you, even if he does. Oh boy. Fine, bring it on. I'm impressed. You take up your sword without protest. We're gonna be traveling together as friends. as I'd rather prove myself now than leave you with lingering resentment. Well said, lad. I actually like Armorat's 3D portraits. He has good ones. Okay, I'm just gonna spam away from most powerful attacks. Spam, 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 spam. Spam, 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 spam. Look at that 180% combo. Nope, nope, he's getting me. Get up attack. No, oh god, what the fuck is this? No, no. Good thing my health value is crazy. Oh my god, my rush mode's up. Go rush mode. Go. I win. He's dead after this. How strong that is. It's crazy. Yeah, I set all of his skills to Stampede Slash and just got rid of the other ones. Because I just think Stampede Slash has to outclass them. Huff Huff had enough. I see. What he said was true very well. I will submit to your leadership for now. Kind of funny how Edge was tired there. Somehow I won, but Huff took a lot out of me. I guess Huff, he accepts me now. Huff, I'm completely wrecked. You already had one hell of a follower, Crow. I have to get stronger so that people can put their faith in me. I like that private action a lot. That's a cool one. Hopefully one of these days I'll get to defeat FaZe on a second playthrough, but as of right now, not on this playthrough. I like this ship. It's full of hope. I can't say I mind the lively atmosphere either. All right, I'm gonna go talk to Crow again. You're not Crow. Give me a break. I don't like your portrait. Oh, Edge, what are you doing here? I was just following the nice music. Were you playing your ocarina? Yup, it's been a while since I was practicing. I don't want to disturb you. Should I go? It's okay. The professor said I'd only get better if I let people hear me play. Well, I said that, then the ocarina must be... Yeah, it was my ocarina to begin with, but I gave it to the professor. I showed him how to play. He used to practice so hard. You taught him that song, the one he played that I knew it was the professor right away. My ocarina allowed us to find each other. Now it's my turn. Huh? If I keep playing this song, maybe Professor will notice, then I'll get to see him again. Miracle. The Professor is alive somewhere. I can feel it. I mean, I just feel it, so I'm gonna keep playing my ocarina. You do that, maybe you'll see him again. Yup. Well, you're not gonna get better unless you have someone to hear you play, right? Will you play for me? Of course. Friendship jingle. I hope Kloss is dead. I think he's a pedophile. You may think Kloss is the bee's knees, but quite frankly, I don't jive with people who give me pedophile vibes, and I'm putting on classic mode. Because modern is, quite frankly, kind of ugly. Is it better to assume, I mean, or wrong to assume that this game might have been better received in America if it had this art style instead of the 3D art style that it shipped with originally? Because this is the most sold Xbox game in Japan. And I think maybe the aesthetic has to do with it. Hey, Armorat, got a minute? I guess silence is deafening. But I'm not about to give up. We had a pretty good match, didn't we? How about you fight with that giant scythe anyway? I mean, how do you fight with that giant scythe anyway? Are those things standard equipment on Eldar? It was like going up against a hurricane. It could... I mean, it took everything I had just to parry your strikes. I didn't really parry them. Something I've noticed is that blocking in this game is not as universal or as good as it was in Star Ocean 3. You saw right through my attacks too. I suppose you show me the trick. Wait, I don't suppose you show me the trick, would you? Like in Star Ocean 3, the guard surrounded the entire character, but in this game you have to be facing the attack. Not just the enemy, no, you have to be facing the specific attack they do, which is kind of finicky. You were the victor of the duel. I had no cause to come to me. I mean, you had no cause to come to me seeking advice. I am reading very poorly today. Sure, I do. Everyone has their own expertise, their own strengths and weaknesses. In our case, we're totally different. We were even born on different planets. That's plenty I could learn from you. I mean, there's plenty I could learn from you. Unfortunately, I have friends from all across the universe on this trip. I mean, fortunately, I have friends from all across the universe on this trip. Each one of us has something valuable to each. I think I said unfortunately at first. I'm right, you'd at least try to talk Won't you at least try to talk with people? You could be a little more personable, you know? That's what you really wanted to say, isn't it? Took you long enough. I have no interest in fraternal relationships. I will do what I pleased. Now leave me. We have nothing more to speak about. Hold on a second. There's a certain thing I want to do. Woo. He wouldn't even give me the time of day. Man, this does not bode well. Friendship points. I want the ship Armorat with her. Hold on a second. No, I can't ship the two edgiest characters together. No. I wanted to ship Armorat with Miria or whatever her name was, but I can't do that. Wow, you can only pair this guy with Bacchus and Edge, and no other combination is possible with him. I'm talking about Armorat. All right, there, I'll do this setup. I want Edge and Raimi to be paired together. I want their paired ending, whatever that may be. All right, any more private actions? It takes a long time for the map to come up when you press the map button. Goodness gracious. Hey, that's my line. Please don't sneak up and frighten me like that, Edge. Huh, you don't look very frightened to me. Anyway, what are you being so cautious about? Well, I had a very inauspicious dream the other night. A dream? What kind of dream? I dreamt that Mary was eating something. What's inauspicious about that? Miracle eats things all the time. It looked like there were bird feathers scattered all around her. She turned to face me and there was a bone-like object in her mouth. I like how Edge is starting to look more serious. I was thinking that my power might have shown me a premonition. A premonition. Oh boy, I hope that dream she had earlier isn't like foreshadowing some cataclysmic event in this game. Honestly, that was probably one of the funniest cutscenes in the game, though. I'm sure the bird was supposed to represent me. Mary's going to eat me. Right up, isn't she? That sounds plausible. That's funny. I like that answer. That sounds plausible. What if in their paired ending she actually does eat Sarah? That'd be funny. I probably should. I mean, that wouldn't be funny, but it'd be interesting to say the least. Shouldn't say this about a friend, but I do see her eyeing you like a predator from time to time. Eek! And your dreams often come true, don't they? She'll swallow you whole if you get careless. What am I to do? Where do you think Mary prefers to begin, the head or the rear? Don't you have more pressing concerns than that? It can be frightening not knowing where your enemies are, but it can be even more frightening when you know exactly where they are. Oh dear, my boy. I mean, oh dear, oh my there goes my dyslexia. My body is trembling and my teeth are clacking together. Sorry, Sarah, it was just a joke. You'll be fine. Let's trust Miracle, okay? All right, if you say so, Edge. No friendship points there. Wow. Okay. I have to admit, I still feel like I'm being watched. I won't be able to sleep like this at all. Oh boy, I hope that doesn't screw me out of some ending. I doubt that ties the ending to any decent ending. Armorat certainly lives for the moment, doesn't he? I have trouble dealing with uncivilized types. She doesn't say much in her private actions, Miria. Actually, what's her name? I keep getting it wrong. Hold on a second. Yeah, it is Miria. Becky told me about the dream he had last night. He looked really happy about it, Kay. What dream? Tell me your dream, Bacchus. You may be surprised to hear this, but I often dream in my sleep. Sorry, I was just recalling my most recent dream. It was quite good indeed. A person's dreams are fleeting, precious. I would wish for them to be no other way. You're not gonna tell me your dream? But I'm genuinely curious. Oh my gosh. The numbers aren't matching up on our cargo food reserves. You aren't sneaking any extra mules, are you, Edge? Oh well, we'll just have to stock when we reach in the cargo hold. There's probably a private action tied to that in here. Wrong button. There are 2 NPCs in here.
Meow 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 meow.
Well, well. This is a pair I never thought I'd see together.
I was playing and that big pile of junk collapsed on top of me. But Aramat saved me.
It's dangerous in here, so don't play around, okay?
Okay, I'll try to cut back then.
Sorry Miracle put you through that.
I was just passing by.
But you did save me. Thank you, Aramat.
I have not been saying
What
his
do you
name
think
right.
you're doing?
Huh? Why are you getting mad?
Do you mock me?
No, no! See, that's just Miracle's way of showing affection. Like this, see?
Okay.
Edge, are you okay?
It's so cheesy.
Oh. Come on, Aramat. It was just a joke. And he's already gone.
Next time, Edge, I'll save you.
Thanks, Miracle. Looking forward to it.
Alright, I gotta go apologize to Aramat, and hopefully after this apology we can kiss for real. Let's go! Aramat, I'm here to give you your apology kiss. Aramat, you were with Crow for a while, weren't you? What of it? I was just wondering what he'd been up to before we saw him again in Eos. I'm curious too. We had to bid really hasty goodbyes. You're his friends, aren't you? I'd wager he was doing exactly what you'd imagine. He's not the sort of man to bend to circumstances. You can say that again. I can't imagine Crow ever behaving any differently no matter what happened to him. I was the sole survivor of the battle with the Phantoms, and he saved me. Yet faced with the loss of my home and brethren, I offered no thanks. I thought his act was pointless. Why didn't he let me perish with my people? Aramat. Then he told me almost as if it were nothing. You can't die yet. We have still got work to do. Blame your own regrets. He continued, now that you've survived this, you have to fight until the very end. I'll be there to witness the moment you finally burn out. He's a fool, yet he never offered any banal advice. Never told me that I had to live. That's a badass portrait of Aramat right there. He valued my will more than anyone else. In the end, it served to save my very soul. There he goes again. Normal people don't say things like that, do they? To people they've just rescued. That's Crow, isn't it? Even out here in space, he's breaking the mold. Breaking the mold, eh? So what's he to you then? He's my best friend. He's like a rival I've overcome. Never mind me, what about you? Okay, I know that this is clearly the best answer. The first option here. But never mind me, how about you? I would like to know more about Aramat here, so kind of conflicted. This is like the better answer, but this is the more interesting answer. Screw it. He's my best friend. Edge, on Earth or here in space, no matter what we're doing or how we live our lives, he'll always be my best friend. The closest things, I mean, there are things about him I just can't understand, but he'll never stop being the closest friend I have. But don't ever tell my set any of that, okay? It's just between us. I won't say anything. It would just be stating the obvious anyway. Aw. Okay. Obvious? What do you mean obvious? I mean obvious. Crow knows. Everyone knows for a long time. No way. I refuse to believe that. I never know when to... You never know when to give up, do you, Teehee? Fraternal relationships are idiocy. But I suppose... No, it's nothing. Did he just... smile? He smiled a few times. I saw him smiling in his anime portraits. Only Limel's in this room now. Mary and Sari are actually really good friends, okay? Really, it's just in their blood to fight with each other. Are you talking about Miracle and Sarah? Do they fight? If so, I haven't seen any of those private actions yet. Mary's stomach always seems to be empty, doesn't it? I wonder if it's because she's always chasing me around. Oh, it's because, yeah, she wants to eat Sarah. All right. You need to talk about me? I mean, need to talk to me about Amarat? It concerns his life, Mr. Edge. We must speak in his secrecy. His life, sure. Tell me where. Well, if it's about his life, then we shouldn't keep it a secret, should we? It seems he does not have very long to live. Well, we should probably tell Amarat this, then, shouldn't we? What are you talking about? He was modified. He has modified his own body. I suspect he has undergone rather reckless genetic manipulation. Genetic manipulation. His fighting abilities have been enhanced to the extreme. That's how he is able to display such superhuman strength in battle. Does Amarat know his life is in danger? He does. I recommend he receive life extension treatment. Alright, so that's why we don't gotta tell him. What did he say? He dismissed me out of hand, claiming he had no interest whatsoever with our Morphus technology. I am certain we could extend his life, but... What? But why? Mr. Amarat is gravely determined. He refuses to lend me his ear. Would you try to convince him, Mr. Edge? If his life can be saved, I believe we should do whatever we can to save it. Alright, I'll tell him I think he should accept the treatment. You have my thanks, Mr. Edge. Don't worry about it. Nobody wants to lose a friend. Oh boy, I predict an ending where Amarat gets this treatment or something. It'd be fucked up if there was like an ending where he just dies because of the modifications. I had a little out there theory about him, Amarat, where like I thought maybe he was cursed or had like a bad omen on him because apparently he keeps being the only survivor of multiple different battles, which is just crazy. Why do you look so sad? Miri is a strong woman. I don't know if I could deal with that kind of heartbreak. Oh, is that why you look sad? Are there any more private actions? Where's Amarat? I'm still probably not saying that name right. Oh my god. Ugh. Are you Matt? Alright. What is it? Just leave me alone. No, Edge. Edge, you have to tell him about the medicine. Is that all? I'm so bored. Maybe I ought to try and attack Sarah and... Oops. Just kidding, just kidding. That was just a joke, alright? Alright. Alright, Amarat. I mean, are you Matt? You have a hard name for me to say, but I hope you get your medicine soon. Alright, there's no Welch cutscene there. A Welch cutscene with Are You Matt would have been pretty funny. Mary and Sarah actually already read that one. That's not all the private actions. I know that's not all the private actions. Maybe you gotta talk to Miria.
Miria.
What are you doing over there, boy?
I'd been meaning to ask you this for a while, but would you please stop with the boy thing? Miria. You were just crying, weren't you? Were you thinking about your husband, Lucien?
What if I was, Would you console me?
Huh?
A good man never admits to noticing a woman's tears. However, an even better man does whatever it takes to stop them. Well, what are you going to do for me, Edge?
He's gonna save the universe. That's what he's gonna do.
You see? Still just a boy.
Or just the galaxy.
A boy, huh? Yeah, I guess I am.
No friendship points in that cutscene. Don't get too pushy now. You'll start to get annoying. Quit subtly flirting with me. The only person for me is, well, I guess Raimi, because I want her ending. But ideally, I just fucking Armor Rat. I mean, come on. I mean, sure. I mean, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I mean, Armor Rat be giving me the eye, and I'd be like, oh my goodness. Why does he insist on shortening his own life? I'm sure he has his own reasons, but still. Okay, so that was a pretty busy private action. Can I go tell Armor Rat about the medicine now? All right. Medicine. Ugh. What is it? Just leave me alone. Still? Can I not tell him about the medicine right now? Hold on a second. Raimi is probably in a different spot. No, she's still in the same spot. Okay, what else is there? I talked to Limmel, I talked to Miria here, I talked to Sarah here, I talked to Bacchus. Oh wait, no, I didn't talk to Miracle yet. I keep forgetting about Miracle. It's like my brain just filters her out completely. I'm so bored. No, you're just saying the same exact thing as earlier. I got to examine this now? No? Huh. Distance remaining to destination 40%. Yeah, you really do just have to keep talking to NPCs until something happens. If you don't want to resort to the bed. I must have done this in a bad order, honestly. I've talked to every single NPC and yeah, I'm not any closer to my next destination. So I guess I do just have to go sleep at the bed. I don't want to do this. I don't want to use the bed. I'm gonna skip private actions. I know I am. Oh well. I tried to find all of them, I did, but I couldn't find any more than that. Now approaching destination coordinates. Please prepare for warp out. Is the layout different? There are no NPCs.